Yo everyone, I hope that you're all well. I am going to be doing a review on a foundation that I've had for quite a while now. I'd say about 6 months or so. It's the Urban Decay Naked Skin foundation. Sorry, I don't know why I'm holding a pen. So this foundation is all part of the Urban Decay's Naked range, you know, the Naked eyeshadow palettes, Naked lip glosses, just naked all over the face. Basically the whole no makeup sort of thing, so to give you a very natural looking finish to your entire face basically. Firstly, I just have to say that this is the sunlight. It's actually sunset in London today. Beautiful day, so apologies if you're wondering what all these shadows are around me. So yes, the foundation. Now I have had this, I'd say, for about 6 months, and first off, I have to say it's probably one of my favourite foundations. I'm really glad that I got this. Initially, I was under the impression that, oh, it's going to be too much of a light coverage foundation and it's not really going to kind of give me the coverage that I want. So I took a bit of time to actually bother buying it, and I am actually really glad that I did. So first off, this is a standard 30ml bottle of foundation, 1 fluid ounces, which is like the standard over all foundations, and the shade that I've bought it in is 6.0, and for reference I'm an NC40 by MAC, and this is a perfect match for my skin tone. And what Urban Decay claim is that it is a weightless ultra definition liquid makeup. It gives a demi-matte finish, which it definitely does. It kind of blurs imperfections, which again I agree that it does. It is a medium to buildable coverage foundation, so you don't have to worry about kind of not getting the kind of coverage that you want if you're going by the assumption that because it's called Naked that it's going to be light coverage. It's not. It gives a really good coverage, and for me it's more of a summer foundation because, as I've said, now it's sunny in London, it's hot, it's June, and it's just, you know, that kind of time of year where you don't want to wear something that feels very mask-like, very kind of cakey on the skin. This really like makes your skin feel like it's breathing, and it does give a weightless finish, like Urban Decay say. To me, it feels like I'm not wearing anything on my face. I really like the way that it applies. What you got to do with this is you got to shake it, and it sounds like one of them graffiti bottles. So you got to shake it before you use it, and it's got a really nice pump on the top. And here is a little bit. You can see it is quite runny, so you got to work quite quickly with it, but it doesn't start to dry straight away. It really nicely kind of spreads across the skin, and it doesn't clog up. It works really nice with primer underneath. I tend to use my Benefit Professional or my Maybelline Baby Skin, but as you can see, it smooths out really nicely. It doesn't feel sticky or anything like that, and I'd say it takes about between 5 to 10 minutes for it to dry down completely, depending on how much you've put on. Now I put it all over my face, and then I double up on my cheek area because that's where I tend to have a little bit more scarring than on the rest of my face. Urban Decay also claim that it's got like light diffusing particles in it, which to me is just some fancy pants name for just your skin looks nicer basically. Light diffusing particles, I mean, it's just a liquid and it's a foundation. You put it on your skin just looks nice and smooth. I am wearing it today. You can't tell as much because of the light on me, but I do have to say that wearing this definitely kind of blurs any imperfections, as I've said before, and it really gives a really nice, smooth and luminous finish. Now it generally starts to get a bit shiny around my T-zone area after about hour 8, but it doesn't separate on the skin, it doesn't oxidize on my skin anyway, and I've got normal to combination skin. And all I do is just use some blot powder in those areas, and it doesn't fade like in a really obvious way. It may fade in certain areas, especially if you're like me and you're touching your nose all the time and touching your this and that, and it tends to just kind of fade in a nice and general way. So overall I would give this foundation a 10 out of 10. I think it's great. I think it's a beautiful light foundation. It gives you the kind of coverage that you want, especially for the summer months. And it is buildable, and it comes in loads of different colours. I normally find finding colours for me in foundation quite difficult, but with this there's very yellow tone, and then there's pink tone, and then there's beige tone, so more than likely you will find your shade. And other than that, I hope that you found this review helpful and useful if you've ever thought about buying this foundation. And please subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter and all the rest for my random stuff. And if you'd like to see any more reviews on things that you may have seen me show on Instagram or Twitter, please feel free to let me know below. Other than that, see you later. Bye.